This data interpretation shows three tables, and this table show data related to the investments made by a group of investors comprising 120 Indians and 80 NRIs in three real estate projects, one each in Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur. It is also known that each of the 200 investors invested in all the three projects. So whoever invested in Mumbai also definitely invested in Pune as well as in Nagpur, and so on. Now, if you look at the columns or the values in each of these tables, it tells us about a number, and then it tells about two more numbers separated by a hyphen. Let's understand what does it mean. It says, for example, in Nagpur's project, so we are looking at Nagpur, the investments made by 32 Indians, was in the range of 9 lakhs to 22 lakhs. Okay, so out of 120 Indians, 32 Indians invested, and their range was from 9 to 22. So minimum was 9 lakh invested by at least one of them, and maximum was invested was 22 lakhs by at least one of out of this 32. Okay, let's look at the first question. It says, which of the project can be true about the investments made in the Mumbai project? It's just about the Mumbai project. It talks about total investment made by NRI and Indian investors, average investments made by NRI and Indian, average investment made by Indian investors, and more than one of the above. So we will have to actually check one of all of them. So let's calculate the range of the investment that can be made by the NRI investors and the range of the investments that can be made by the Indian investors. Now, if you're talking about the range made by the NRI and the Indian investors, we're just looking at Mumbai. So the minimum investment will be made if majority number of people will be investing at the lower side of the range, right? So if out of this 11, if let's say 10 people invested 18 lakhs and just one invested 35, then also the range is going to be from 18 to 35, but we'll have the minimum value. So let's calculate the minimum. Let's calculate it in the previous page itself. Let's calculate the minimum and the maximum NRI investments made. So if you talk about NRI, the minimum investment that can be made is 10 into 18 plus 35. That is just one person who made 35 lakhs investment. Out of this 21, 20 made 36 and just one made 50. Again, out of this 32, 31 made 51 and one made 64. And out of this 16, 15 made 65 and just one made 90. Now this is a long calculation, but we do not have any other option but to actually add it. Now adding this will give us 3695 lakhs. Now let's calculate the maximum of the investment made by an NRI. The values of 1 and 10 will get interchanged, so we'll have 1 into 18 plus 10 into 35. Similarly 20 and 1 will interchange, so we'll have 1 into 36 plus 20 into 50 plus 31 and 1 will interchange, so we will have 1 into 51 plus 31 into 64. 15 and 1 will change, so we'll have 1 into 65 plus 15 into 90. Calculating all of this will yield us 4854 lakhs. So this is the range of the investments made by the NRI. Similarly, calculating the range of the investments made by an Indian, the minimum is going to be, if out of this 26 people only one person made an investment of 25 people made an investment of 12, while only one person made an investment of 30. So we are giving more weightage to the lower side. So the calculation will come out to be 25 people making 12 lakhs and just one person making 30 lakhs. Similarly, 19 people making 31 lakhs and just one people, sorry, this is plus, and just one person making 48. Similarly, 33 people making 49 and just one person making 60. And then 39 people making 61 lakhs of investment and one person making an investment of 90 lakhs. Calculating this will yield us a value of 5113 lakhs. Now the maximum investment that can be made by an Indian can be calculated accordingly, and this gives us 7305 lakhs. Of course, the maximum time that you're going to devote is by calculating it. Now let's look at the options. It says total investment made by NRI investors could be more than that by Indian investors. If we look over here, the maximum investment made by NRI investors all in total for Mumbai is 4854 lakhs, while the minimum made by Indian is 5113. So no matter what, the total investments made by NRIs can never exceed even the minimum investments made by Indian. So the first option is wrong. Okay. Average investment made by NRI investors could be more than that by Indian investors. Okay. So the average. So let's calculate the average made by NRI. The maximum average that they can make is 4854 upon there are 80 NRIs. So this is going to be 60.67 and this is the max. And similarly for Indian, if we talk about the minimum investment, the average minimum investment that can be made is this is going to be 5113 divided by 120. So this is going to give us 42.61. The max that can be made is 7305 divided by 120. This is 60.87. So this is the mean, this is the max by Indian, and this is the max by NRIs, and minimum by NRIs is going to be 36.95 whole divided by 80. This is going to give us 46.19. So this are the four values that we have to consider. So if you look at the range of the average investments made is 46.19 to 60.67, while that of an Indian is 42.61 to 60.87. So we can definitely have this case that average investment made by an NRI investors, it can be more than that by Indian investors. So B is true. Let's look at C. Average investment made by an Indian investors could be 42 lakhs. So average investment made by Indian investor can be 42 lakhs, which is not possible because the minimum is 42.61. So C goes for a toss, and hence also D goes for a toss. The right answer is B. Let's look at the next question. It says if the investors who invested at least 36 lakhs in each of the three projects were gifted a car, then the number of Indian investors who got a car cannot be less than. Okay, so let's calculate the minimum number of people who can invest 36 lakhs. Okay, so if we talk about Mumbai, we can have 36 lakhs, so we can have at least one person over here, 34 all and 40 all. So a total of 1 plus 34 plus 40, so this gives us 75. If we excuse me, if we look at over here, we can have 36 lakhs, right? So we can assume that there is only one person at 52 and the remaining 15. So 1 plus 15, that gives us 16. And if you look at over here, Nagpur, there is 1 at 36, remaining 21 more than 36 and 31 more than 36. So we will have 1 plus 21 plus 31, that is 53 people, Indian investors at Nagpur with over 36 lakhs in investment. Adding all of these three, this will lead us 144, and the total number of Indian investors we have is 120. So definitely there is not a single Indian investor who cannot get a car, right? So the right answer comes out to be 0. Let's look at the next question. It says the number of NRI investors who invested at least 50 lakhs in each of the three projects was at most. So we have to calculate the maximum number of people for 50 lakhs, at least 50 lakhs and NRI. So let's calculate the NRI for Mumbai with at least 50 lakhs. So at least 50 lakhs if we need to maximize, so let's consider 20 out of 21 invested in invested 50 lakhs, remaining 32 and remaining 16. So for Mumbai we have 20 plus 32 plus 16, so this gives us 68. For Pune we are going to have 20 plus 25, so we are going to have 45. And for Nagpur we can have this as 25 and 18, so 25 plus 18 is 43. Now in Mumbai we can have 68 max, 45 in Pune and 43 in Nagpur. Now since each of the 200 investors invested in all the three projects, so we can have at most only 43 people who invested 50 lakhs and above in all of the three cities. So 43 is the right answer. Let's look at the fourth one. It says which of the following could be a value of the average investment in lakhs made by NRI investors in the Mumbai project. We have already calculated this one. For Mumbai project, for NRI, the range is from 46.19 to 60.67. So 40.19 to 67 point, sorry, the range is exactly 46.19 to 60.67. So 46.19 to 60.67, this is the range of investment made by NRIs. So let's see which of these do not fall. 46.05 doesn't fall in this category, 39.5 doesn't fall in this category, and 61.5 also doesn't fall in this range. So D is the right choice. This DI should take around 15 to 20 minutes because of the huge calculation involved in the first question.